I have said many times in the past that Frost Strike is something that is good on a Bakugan that is already good. Well, now we have that. The Aquos Nillious Ultra and Darkus Hydorous Ultra Baku-Gear pack was released in Wave 1. The included cores are the plus 3 damage, minus 1 gear cost Green Fist, which is okay, the plus 100 B power, minus 1 gear cost Green Fist, which again is okay, the plus 200 B power, minus 2 gear cost Shield Core, which is great, the plus 500 B power, minus 1 gear cost Magic Shield, which isn't worth using, the plus 150 plus 2 Green Fist, which is the best B power boosting Green Fist, the plus 150 plus 4 Fire Fist, which isn't worth using, the plus 600 Magic Shield Core, which is sad, and the plus 300 plus 3 Helix Core, which is okay but usually not used. The included cards are the 5-cost Aquos Gear card Aquos Greaves, which gives the equipped Bakugan a bonus 200 B power and 4 damage, along with 4 Frost Strike, which is fine, but I wouldn't use it due to its cost. The 4-cost Darkus Gear card Dark Daggers, which gives the equipped Bakugan 200 B power and 5 damage, which is okay, but again is a bit too expensive for what it gives. The 2-cost Pyrus Gear card Pyro Cannon, which gives the equipped Bakugan 100 B power and 2 damage, which is solid because it can be played for free on a gear reduction core. And the 2-cost Ventus Gear card Ventus Mashers, which gives the equipped Bakugan 200 B power, which again is solid because it can be played for free on gear reduction. Now onto the Bakugan. First up, we have Ventus Pharol. It has a good core lineup of Helix and Green Fist, and the stat line of 505, which is what we considered great over 2 years ago, but nowadays not so much. Ventus Pharol has an epic character card that adds the boost effect of gaining 5 extra damage if you have 7 or more energy cards, which sets this Bakugan up to be used as a highest damage wins play. As with the boost, you're getting 10 damage before any core boosts, which is great. Ventus Pharol has 2 evolutions, a 4-cost Hyper Evolution with the stat line of 1105, and the boost effect which gives 5 damage and Shadow Strike. The Shadow Strike is nice, but it is unfortunate that the damage rating did not go up, considering we know that this is a Bakugan we want to use for a highest damage wins play. And then there is the 5-cost Titan Evolution with the stat line of 1305 and the on-play effect of energizing 2 cards from the discard pile uncharged, which is great, and the boost effect of gaining 5 damage. This Bakugan is solid. Unfortunately, it is a damage wins play Bakugan in a playstyle that doesn't really support Pyrus. But with the temporary energy Pyrus brings, it still synergizes well to help with ramping. In a team, I would put this Bakugan with a high B power Pyrus Bakugan and a high B power Aquos Bakugan. The downside to this Bakugan is that boost is pretty underpowered when compared to things like Sync, so hopefully it does get better in the future. Next up is Pyrus Pegatrix Core, with the core lineup of Magic Shield and Fire Fist, which is great, but a stat line of 401, which isn't great, even with the double strike it has. Pyrus Pegatrix has a 5-cost Titan Evolution with the stat line of 1202 and the effect of Double Strike and a Victor ability of copying the effect of the next action card you play, which isn't good at all. You want more from a 5-cost evolution, and the Victor ability you get is very limited in what you can do. This Bakugan really isn't worth using, as its base stats are poor in both B power and damage, even when you use the best cores for it. This is a Bakugan I would avoid putting in a deck altogether, and if I had to use it, I would make sure my other Bakugan are really strong on their own, so that when I have to use Pyrus Pegatrix, I have the resources to survive. At least whichever core it doesn't use is good enough to spare. Now on to the Ultra Bakugan. First up, Darkus Hydorous Ultra. After the great showing of Darkus Hydorous Ultra in year 1, how does this fare? Not so good. The core lineup is Green Fist and Shield, which isn't good, and the stat line is 604. With its own cores, it's not gonna reach any good numbers, and the best you can hope for is taking another Bakugan's Fire Fist to reach 10 damage for a damage wins play. However, this Bakugan does have a 3-cost Hyper Evolution with the stat line of 707, Shadow Strike, and is a rapid fire card, so if it's played second, it can be played for free. But even then, you're really only going to be using it for damage. This Bakugan can be put in a rapid fire deck with a Pyrus Bakugan and a third Bakugan of your choice, but I would just go for a Darkus Nillious core because that's pretty much the boss of rapid fire. And finally, the main pull of this set, Aquos Nillious Ultra. It has a great core lineup of Magic Shield and Green Fist and the stat line of 503. Where this Bakugan gets its solid reputation is with its epic character card that adds the effect of gaining 2 Frost Strike when it has a Baku-Gear attached to it, which, if you consider that Baku-Gears can be played for free if you land on a gear reduction core, makes this Bakugan very solid. This Bakugan is used for highest damage wins plays, with the hope of landing on 2 cores, which is said to be consistent with this Bakugan. However, even if you only picked up 1 core, this Bakugan with a gear is very strong, especially with the added Frost Strike. On a team, I would put this with a high B power Pyrus Bakugan so I can use the highest damage wins play, and a high B power Chaos Bakugan since getting a gear attached to Aquos Nillious Ultra is very important, so having access to core retrieval cards like Mega Punch is great. Also, a big combo for this Bakugan is with Dark Fire Defense. Yeah, over 100 damage and 2 Frost Strike is scary as heck. So in that style, I would replace Chaos with a high B power Darkus Bakugan. There is also a 4-cost Hyper Evolution with the stat line of 1005 and bumps up the Frost Strike to 5, but you should be fine just using the base form. Overall, this is a pretty solid Baku-Gear pack. Aquos Nillious Ultra as well as the -2 gear cost shield core are the highlights of this set, which makes this pack worth picking up. But if you're fine with just using your Aquos Hydorous core, you can skip this one. Well, this has been Zeonic Blader with my review on the Aquos Nillious Ultra and Darkus Hydorous Ultra Baku-Gear pack. What do you think? Let me know in the comment section below, and if you liked the video, hit the like button. Or don't, I'm not the boss of you, but be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you get updated whenever I upload. Until next time, see ya!